Hey, what's up people? My name is Lucas, this is the Kizer Mini Domin, and I received this knife. It was sharp, not sharp enough for me though, and so I took it to a KME and laid back the edge bevel, and the original edge bevel was at like 19 to 20 degrees per side, which is not bad by any means, but I thought we can, lay that bevel a little bit back and get some better performance perhaps. And I first thought we'd take it to 70 degrees per side, but then I ended up at 15 degrees per side because I'm crazy. And yeah, this is N690, Bowler N690 steel, and I'm not sure what the HRC is on this steel. From sharpening it, it feels not too soft, so it's definitely not the softest N690 that is out there, but I don't know for sure. The behind the edge thickness from factory was about 0.46 in the back section and 0.4 millimeter in the front section, so that's between 16 and 17 thousandths behind the edge, which is not bad at all. It's actually quite good from but keep in mind this is a relatively thin blade stock. I don't even think this is 3 millimeters in blade stock. Let's check that out real quick. What we have on the blade stock here: 2.73 millimeters, which is this in inches, whatever that is. Can somebody explain inches to me, please? Why do inches exist even? Man. Yeah, but it's a relatively thin blade stock, that's what I want to say. So but the blade is not too wide. So yeah, still, the behind the edge thickness is good from factory. And by laying back the edge bevel, we didn't change the behind the edge thickness too much, so it's still at about 16 thousandths here in the front section and 17 thousandths here in the back section. Yeah, starting at 140 grit, moving up to 300, 600, ended up on 1500 grit on the KME, and then I took it to a strop, and after that I took it to a fine ceramic stone to give it a little bit of polish at the edge. So the edge is rather toothy actually from the diamonds, but the very end of the edge has a little bit of polish. So, but it's still very, very bitey. It's a very, very, very sharp edge. Just show you this real quick. Here we have some magazine paper, not the thinnest, not the thickest either, and so that's our magazine paper, and then we take some newspaper because that's really difficult to cut for an edge. The newspaper has been folded before, so it's even more difficult, but you can see it still goes through there. I'm not sure if we can do waves, but we will try. Yeah. Very, very, very sharp. Razor sharpness. Can you see this? Whoop. It's crazy sharp. It is crazy sharp. So, the question is it still a durable edge? But first, we will do a tomato test. Like this. Zoom you guys in. So, tomato test. If my hands are shaking, I drank way too much coffee today, so yeah, it flies through that tomato really good, so no problems there. Very nice. Yeah, super thin pieces. First wipe this off. Whoop. So it can shave, it can cut paper, it slices through tomato very well. The question is it still a good user edge? Here I have some very soft wood, we start with that, and then we see what we got. Zoom you guys in again, focus. Softwood shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I don't try to make feather sticks, I just carve in the wood, so you know, get a little bit of this action right here, so we can see if the edge is not durable or anything like this. Let's check the edge if we have some rolling damage or something like that. With the softwood we shouldn't have rolling damage even at 15 degrees. No, we're still good. We are still good. Let's move up to a different wood. Let's take this bamboo stick here. That's a little bit harder to cut, but also not too bad. But you can feel right when you go in that there is much more resistance at the edge. And I try to do this a little bit more. I don't twist cut, you know, I don't try to break the edge. I just do what I would normally do. Do sort of this motion. Still very good. Let's move up to an even harder wood. This is some, I don't know what kind of wood this is, but this is very nasty stuff. This has chipped a lot of edges that I have. So we'll try that. And yeah, you can already see that it's a lot more difficult for me to cut into there. So we again do this motion, carve a little bit. Yeah, this wood is definitely a lot harder to cut. We get some good bite at the beginning and more resistance in between the cut. So let's actually see if we have some rolling damage. Yeah, we definitely get some rolling damage this time. Okay, let's see if we can still cut. Yep. We're still able to do the fine slicing. Okay. But I could definitely feel that our edge has rolled over ever so slightly. I cannot find any chips or any gross damage, so we just have the edge rolled ever so slightly in this section right here. But you know, 15 degrees, that's a super fine edge. So we had a lot more carving cuts. So let's bring in some more newspaper. Let's move back to our tomato that we still have on here. So, whoop. So the fine slicing is still no problem. Let's see if we can do some thinner pieces. Obviously it's not as good as before, but we still get some fine slices, you know, off of this. So actually let's Let's see if we can do this better with this. Another tomato. I tried to do some really thin, fine slices. Yeah, there's definitely more of the inside of the tomato, you know, that's getting pushed out. So that means our edge is not as fine as it was before. Newspaper slices getting better, definitely. Whoop. So let's check our tomato. Oh, much better. Much better. Super thin slices, the juice and the, you know, the inside of the tomato is not getting pushed out as it was before we did the strop. So the Kizer Mini Domin at 15 degrees behind the edge with a 1500 diamond stone edge is not, and a little bit of a ceramic, is not too unstable, but it will definitely, if you know, cut harder stuff for longer periods of time, it may be a little bit too unstable. But for fine slicing and everything, super good. The edge is quickly restorable with a strop, and yeah, quite good. I really start to like this knife. I was really unsure about the handle at first when I got it. It was really felt weird and small, but actually it is a nice knife, and I don't have a bent blade like other people do. So yeah, that's it for today, guys, and thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, people. Goodbye.